News Channel 3 with Katie Anderson and meteorologist Josh Fitzpatrick. This is WSAZ 10 o'clock.
It's so unfortunate that we're at this point.
Now at 10, the clock is ticking just a little more than 24 hours until the legislative session is over. Now lawmakers are buckling down to pass a budget before the clock strikes zero. Plus, 1 week, 2 big accidents. Why police say both may have been caused by drugs, and what one community is doing to raise awareness to the drug epidemic. First tonight from the West Virginia Capitol, lawmakers are still working to pass several bills before the legislative session ends tomorrow at midnight. Good evening. I'm Katie Anderson. Thanks for joining us. But the main focus at the Capitol is getting the state's budget approved. Governor Jim Justice is expected to have a press conference any moment now. That's where News Channel 3's Blaine Carraher joins us now live from the Capitol, where the conference will soon take place. Blaine?
Well, Katie, the stage is set. You can see the whiteboard, the Governor Jim Justice whiteboard here behind me. Really what the topic of conversation is expected to be all about the budget here. So here actually comes Governor Jim Justice now. I'm going to step out of the shot so everyone can take a listen in.
Oh, I'll just hop right through. I'll go around. Oh. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hi, Gail. How you doing? Oh, gosh. Having fun now. Well, we ready to go? Okay. Well, let me tell you this. I know everybody's tired. I know everybody's worked hard. And there's a lot at stake. To just tell it like it is, I've been really pessimistic for probably the last 36 hours until about 2 o'clock today. And about 2 o'clock today, the momentum changed. And all of a sudden there became real hope and a real optimism. I really believe, now we're not there yet, but I really believe we're right on the cusp. We have an agreement with the Senate President's office and myself, and I believe within just a matter of minutes, if not even going on right now, the Senate will be running a bill that will be a bill that I really believe will revolutionize our whole state. It'll take us from despair beyond belief to real opportunity. An opportunity maybe even beyond what any of us could comprehend. It's a bill that brings into play a consumer's tax increase, a rich man's tax, a business participation. It doesn't cut our higher ed or our DHHR or our K through 12 and devastate us. It gives our teachers their 2% pay raise and our appreciation for all that they do. It gives us a little bit of room on an SOS fund to be able to market our state, and it truly takes care of our veterans. Now, it does many, many, many other things. There's a component of a tiering to be able to get rid of our state income tax someday. It gives us a pathway and an avenue to be able to do that is absolutely phenomenal. Now, the net is we're not there yet, but we're close. And we ought to all, for this moment at least, feel optimistic and hopeful that if it does pass through the Senate, it'll be going to the House. And we're very, very hopeful that they'll give it immediate and the proper consideration that we can get on our way. Wouldn't it be something Wouldn't it be something that at the close of business tonight or the close of business even tomorrow, but let's be hopeful that at the close of business tonight, we're there. Wouldn't it be something to have pulled that off in the bleakest of bleakest times? Now let's be fair and say we all, at this moment, we don't need to be Republicans or Democrats or independents. We need at this moment to be West Virginians.
All right, thanks, Blaine. And of course, we're going to continue the budget and its progress. We'll have the latest over on WSAZ News Channel 3 at 11. New tonight, 2 people were detained by deputies after they stabbed each other during a fight. Kanawha County deputies say it happened on Hurricane Road in Frame around 5 this evening. Dispatchers say one person was taken to the hospital after they were stabbed in the chest and back. The other person involved refused treatment. Deputies say both knew each other but are still investigating why that fight started. Now to a developing story out of the Westmoreland area of Huntington, where in 1 week there's been 2 big accidents. Police say it all comes down to drugs. As News Channel 3 Chad Hendrick reports, neighbors are doing what they can to keep their quiet town safe and the drugs out.
Hundreds of neighborhood watch signs are displayed in yards across Westmoreland, telling criminals and drug dealers their presence is not welcome.
We just do a lot of proactive things.
But over the last week, other signs of the times our area faces with a growing drug problem. Within the last week, 2 crashes that police say were drug-related happening within the small town. One driver crashing into the Welcome to Westmoreland sign, causing significant damage. Another sending an innocent victim and his car tumbling off an I-64 bridge. Carol Boster is the president of the Westmoreland Neighborhood Association, a group that strives to better their community and keep it out of the grasp of drugs and other activity.
I think behind every person who abuses drugs, you know, there are many people who are affected. It's not just that person, it's their family, their friends. It's the people who are on the road, you know, who may become their victims. I think that it's just something that we need to constantly be aware of our surroundings.
Carol adds the Neighborhood Association is very active in introducing programs to combat drugs and crime. Numbers passed along to the group from Huntington Police say compared to other parts of Huntington, Westmoreland's crime rate is significantly low. Other programs focus on helping teens say no to drugs, like Give Me an Excuse, where parents are given home drug testing kits for their kids.
The purpose of that is whenever a young person is being pressured by their peers to try some sort of illegal substance, they can say, I can't do that because my mom or my dad has a drug testing kit.
Anything this community can do to prevent a third accident from hitting their town.
Chad, thank you. The Wayne County prosecutor says he's investigating evidence from yesterday's crash and possible charges. A store took some damage this afternoon after a vehicle crashed into one of their walls. Dispatchers say it happened at the Dollar General on 1st Avenue in Nitro around 3 this afternoon. They say no one was hurt, but as you can see, the building took some minor damage. There's no word yet on what caused that crash.
It is a clear, calm, and not so cold evening. Hello, I'm meteorologist Josh Fitzpatrick. Last night we had lows below freezing. Tonight we should stay just above that for most locations. Currently at 10 o'clock, it's in the upper 40s to the low and mid 50s from Portsmouth, Huntington, Ashland to Ironton, Charleston, Logan, but already around 40 across the mountain counties. But compare those numbers to 10 o'clock last night. It's a good 5 to 15 degrees warmer. Satellite above shows lots of clear sky, starry, moonlit skies, a few high thin cirrus clouds off to our west. So the sky tomorrow won't be nearly as bright blue as it was today, but still sunshine, hazy sun after some patchy fog and frost. Those high clouds should give us a nice red sky sunrise in the morning. 65 at noon, 75 for your Palm Sunday afternoon. Weather headlines pushing 80 degrees Monday with a couple of April showers on Tuesday. I'll step you through an overall warm next week. In your complete forecast in about 10 minutes. Katie?
All right, thanks, Joshua. Police are still looking for a suspected liquor thief tonight. Canova police say this person took hundreds of dollars worth of liquor from the CVS. They say the person would take liquor bottles and then stuff them down their pants. Police say the suspect headed towards Kentucky each time in different vehicles. They say the first time it was in a white van on the left, and the other time was in a car shown on the right of your screen. The Catlettsburg and Cerrito police departments are also helping in that investigation. This man's in jail tonight in connection with a bank robbery in Mason County. Mason City police say Brian Jones was arrested late last night in Athens, Ohio. Police say Jones handed a note to a teller at City National Bank on 2nd Street demanding money or he would shoot them. It's unknown right now what charges Jones is facing. Police say nobody was hurt. Around the region, the FBI has arrested a pastor in Toledo, Ohio, and another man for sex trafficking of children. Reverend Cordell Jenkins is listed as the founder of the pastor of Abundant Life Ministries in Toledo. According to the church's website, agents arrested Reverend Jenkins and Anthony Haynes at their homes yesterday morning. They're accused of knowingly recruiting, enticing, harboring, and transporting people they knew were younger than 18 to engage in commercial sex acts.
Any crime that involves a child, exploiting a child, seizing on their vulnerabilities, on their trust that they have in adults, especially when people are in a position of trust. It's very concerning. It's very alarming.
And the FBI says it just recently learned about the allegations of sexual misconduct involving minors, but that the activity appears to have been going on for a couple of years. This Floyd County bus driver, Norman Bentley, is facing a sexual abuse charge. Police say the investigation doesn't involve his employment or students, but a family member did find evidence of sexual acts and contacted authorities. Officials say Bentley was arrested last week and was suspended by school officials. We have not yet heard back from the county superintendent to get their statement on this situation. Paying someone for construction work that actually never got done. South Charleston police say Alex Kimball is responsible for the scam. He's the owner of Above It All Construction. Police arrested Kimball Thursday after the West Virginia Attorney General's office got several complaints. People say Kimball was accepting large amounts of money for residential construction work, then never came back or heard from them again. He was charged with 3 counts of felony of obtaining under false pretenses for 3 separate incidents back in 2016. Still ahead, the U.S. is keeping the pressure up on Syria less than 2 days after their missile strike on a Syrian airbase.
And you'll need your jackets going off to church services tomorrow morning and then the sunscreen tomorrow afternoon. And here's a look outside live from downtown Huntington through our West Virginia Laundry Weather Cam. Tonight showing us a starry moonlit sky, good visibility. Today, tons of sun, wall-to-wall sunshine. Tomorrow will be still a sunny, warm day, but the sky won't be nearly as blue. I'll have your state-to-state forecast here on News Channel 3 10 o'clock on the Tri-State CW.